level of comfort. When things get too comfortable and you're still living with your parents and you've still got your first job and you don't want to move out because everything's too comfortable, get out. Put yourself in a strange situation in the middle of Barcelona. Put yourself in the middle of Paris. Put yourself in the middle of Belgium and see what's available. And it's amazing how much confidence it gives you. And more importantly, it's great to sort of eat and travel at the same time. One of the very few jobs anywhere in the world that you can travel, get paid and experience phenomenal food anywhere in the world.
That's our boy Gordon Ramsay. The goat of this cooking shit. DJ STERL. Other than cooking with Cordell, of course. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I got you, dog. I got you. What you say? Yeah. And it goes. Yes, sir. Ski.
The name of this episode is Let Him Cook.
Let him cook now.
Let him cook. Man, what's happening, man? Welcome back to the Epicenter podcast. That's DAEPICENTRE, the British way.
The UK way.
In case you didn't know. We gotta get back on that. I be fucking that up.
Yeah,
My bad.
I just be right. Sometimes you say it, I just go straight in.
The voice you're hearing right now is none other than your Mr. Sir, Your Highness, King BRIL.
Yes, sir.
And to my left, I have man and myth, the legend, greatest co-host in the world, Mr. Girls Like STERL.
We in the building, baby. We in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We got cups up, man. Cups up. We on a little smooth king today. We taking it easy.
And we have
taking it easy in the evening.
Okay, taking it easy. What you got? Incredible Hulk right there?
Nah, it's Power Punch Plus.
Okay,
Power Punch Plus. It's slept on, but it's one of them ones. It's one of them ones.
When I was that Smoothie King, I was that Incredible Hulk warrior. I need 1,400 calories. I'm trying to gain some weight. Man, today we have a brother that will absolutely ensure you gain weight. Absolutely ensure you gain weight. Man, one of the littest chefs in the area that I know, man, in this tri-state area. Man, been cooking. We have brother. Should I say Cordell Cuisines, cooking with Cordell? Some niggas say Doug. It's a lot. It's a lot going on here, man. So welcome, brother. Welcome to the Epicenter, man.
Glad you can make it, man. Glad you can make it, man.
Thank you
for sure.
Man. So
low key, this is long overdue. Low key,
this is long overdue.
We weren't gonna bring it up, but it's long overdue. I told my girl, I said I think he's supposed to be like our first or second guest.
He was legit supposed to be like episode 4.
Yeah. It be like that though. We made the loop around and you understand? You caught us at a great time.
It's a lot. It's a lot more to talk about too. A lot of shit we could talk about that we're not gonna talk about. So, but
you probably would have been caught on one of our videos when the audio wasn't the best and the video was, man, we were still figuring it out.
Still figuring it out. I had to make those strides, man. But enough about us, man. We have Mr. Cordell Cuisines here, man. So tell us, when it comes to this cooking stuff, man, how does a brother like yourself start cooking?
That's a good question. So growing up, I don't know if y'all had this when y'all were growing up. We had this thing called Late Wednesday, where we did
Late Wednesday. Okay.
So teachers would have like their planning period, because a lot of teachers are like coaches or cheerleading coaches or whatever the case may be. So after school, they didn't have time, and also after school, they want to go home. So they would block off time for us to come in later. We come to school at like 10 versus 7:30 in the morning. So what I would do, I would like cook like for like my family and have a couple of friends come over.
In the morning?
What kind of program South Carolina got going on?
Where you from? I did at my crib.
Go.
Columbia, South Carolina.
Oh, word. I went to South Carolina State, Orangeburg.
Oh, for real?
My people from Spartanburg, though.
So y'all got one of the best homecomings.
Talk about it. It's coming up, man. It's coming up. Not to cut you off, but that's some South Carolina shit. But yeah. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Get on that. Late Wednesdays.
Yeah, that turned into like my mom wanted me to know my way around the kitchen. Like, you're not going to have to rely on nobody to feed you when you get older.
Smart.
My grandmother owned a restaurant for a short period of time when I was younger. My dad can actually cook his tail off. Like, he was my Gordon Ramsay growing up. Like, he was the one doing like veal or steak, introducing me to steak and stuff like that.
He was going
crazy. And then, bro, honestly, I really don't know how it went from that to
you started this story off saying that I cook for all my friends. There's got to be some oodles and noodles somewhere in this story.
Like, how old are we talking this Late Wednesday thing? Like, how old are you?
Like 16.
So what is 6 years? What, 7 years? So you burnt some oodles and noodles somewhere in your life.
Eggs and bacon, nothing crazy.
But how did?
Time.
What was the who?
That's what he's saying. He said it was all a blur.
It was all a blur.
It was all a blur.
Damn.
It really feels that way, man. Because like, I didn't go to culinary school. Like, I went to orientation for not Johnson & Wales. What's the other one? The Art Institute of Charlotte.
Yeah.
And when they told me the price, I said, nah, I'm good. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember at UNC Charlotte, we used to throw parties, and occasionally I'll make like pasta or something like that for the parties that we were throwing. And I'll never forget Kaya. Shout out my boy Kaya Roy, who was my videographer at the time. He was like, yo, you should start a cooking channel. Like, you know, everybody love your food, this, that, and the other. Mind you, I was still making like Alfredo out of the can and all that type of shit. And eventually we actually did start it, and I would do like what I would call like cooking music videos. Like it would be around the like I'm in there vibing, pouring a little bit of wine. You know what I'm saying? Slow motion and me pouring.
We're gonna have to drop some clips.
The sexy chef shit.
Definitely sexy.
That was
chef,
before the niggas was doing that shit. That was before.
I was Chef Bay. Literally, I went viral for that shit.
I know.
I was in the same room. I was Chef Bay 2018 for Thanksgiving. They picked me like 4 of the chefs for Chef Bay.
Oh, we putting that on Instagram for sure.
Nah, do it. Like,
You got to.
I wasn't ready for that blow up though, but like it was a great experience for sure.
Okay, so because I'm new to it, I'm just meeting you today, but I've heard. But so you cooking startup family, I guess, friends in high school. What high school did you go to?
Irmo High School.
Who?
Irmo.
Okay, bad. You said Irmo. Went there, then you went to Charlotte.
I went to Midlands Tech first, and I went to UNC Charlotte.
Okay, shout out Midlands Tech, man. I don't know about Midlands Tech.
Throwing parties and cooking. This is in college. I don't think niggas like this is really freshman year for a lot of niggas.
Right.
Freshman, sophomore year, kind of. They like, bro.
Was you selling plates and stuff? Was you like?
No. I was, at the time, I was cooking. Yeah, it wasn't. Really, I wasn't doing it for the money. Like I had, I was in school. I was working at Bojangles. I was really, if I'm being for real, I was doing it for the ladies. Like I wanted them to come.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like y'all come eat. Like you know, forget their party. Like we got food, we got liquor. I used to make this punch called Lucy, so I was a little bartender too.
Oh, you was going crazy.
Man, we used to get loose,
going crazy.
Oh man, college was a good time. And two, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know if I wasn't really in college that long. Like
I
had the littest. Anybody that's been to UNC Charlotte would tell you I had the littest semester at UNC Charlotte you would ever see in your life. People still know me to this day off of 1.5 semesters.
When we were running drills, because I met him and we were.
How'd y'all meet?
I met him. You were actually one of the first people I met when I came to Charlotte.
Yeah.
So I transferred to Charlotte, and then we both was like trying to play ball and whatnot, and I think I was running track at that point. And we were doing drills. I don't know how it happened before. I think he was at the field. He posted something. I pulled up, and we was out there doing drills beside what elementary? Meadows?
Over
University
by the
Meadows?
Wendy's.
By the Wendy's, yeah.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about.
And doing
Right,
football
about
drills and
fitness
shit.
and all that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Were you in school at that point?
I was in
You
school.
was
I was
so
still
you was
in school,
going crazy.
going crazy because I was, you know what I'm saying. I was living my dream. I was going, you know, at that time I saw no chef in my future. I was just, you know, I was going to be in the NFL.
Yeah.
But, you know, that didn't really pan out.
Be like that sometimes.
It'd be like that, man. We was like that grinding though.
See, I was doing football workouts, and then you just found out he could cook, or what was your introduction to his food?
To your food.
It took a minute for you to have my food, ain't it?
Yeah, bro. I think it was the Instagram shit, bro. I didn't realize you cooked for it. It was a minute, because what I remember vividly was how you could run, but you were big as hell. Niggas was like 205 freshman year. That's some shit niggas don't. And he's a little bit taller than me, so he's my height for real. So I'm like, how the fuck is this nigga running with me? And I read track, he's 205. And then I realized like, oh, that's how. And this is, if you guys don't understand who I am, this is I'm a skinny nigga. I was skinny my entire life. I've been trying to gain weight forever,
right?
And I was just, I couldn't understand it. And then I realized when I saw the food, I was like, oh, he got the cheat code. He got the cheat code, bro. Nutrition. He's eating 3, 4, 5 full meals a day.
Yeah.
Eating good. That is so funny. That is so funny. But yeah, let them know I was a big boy. I could move though. Back then,
facts, man.
Into it.
You still racing people?
You seen that video the other day where the dude fell racing?
I done seen 4 or 5 videos of you cooking somebody racing. I seen one where you get cooked, but you had a good record.
Yeah. It ain't. I don't have too many L's even now. You know what I'm saying? I got to lose this. I got to get back right. But
for those of you who don't know what we talking about, man, regularly after the club, a lot of times, Cordell, I don't know how this comes about, but Cordell ends up drunk racing somebody at 3 a.m, and he got a good record, man. This guy got wheels, got feet, man. He's still still moving.
I'm not sure I've lost a drunk race yet.
Okay, that's solid.
I think being drunk gives me like a superpower or some shit.
Take you right back to what you know.
Right, yeah, like back in my old. I feel like I'm in college again.
So boom. So then, cooking in college. So a lot of people know you from Cloud or cooking at Cloud. How did all that, like, for the people who don't know, just continue your story. I think we stopped you in there.
We stopped in college.
My fault. Okay, so cooking in college.
Yep.
I hit a little rough patch. I lost my job. School, even though I lived in Columbia, well, I'm from Columbia, South Carolina, I was paying out-of-state tuition. You know, that's very expensive. I only live an hour and a half away. I mean, there's people I went to school with that took them longer to get home than it did for me. I tried to stick it out, but it just was too expensive. I was paying out of pocket.
Yeah.
It just wasn't working. So I ended up going back home to Columbia for 2 years, working at the time it was Time Warner Cable. Still at this time, mind you, I have not had no, you know, like I'm not going, you know, not no business, nothing like that. Like but I did realize I was better at cooking. I'm looking up recipes. I'm seeing stuff on social media. I'm like, oh, I want to try and recreate that. I'm recreating that for like my family and friends and stuff like that.
Right.
That turns into when I moved back to Charlotte. I think that was it had to be 2016, I think. I moved back. I moved back to Charlotte, and then
great year.
It was a great year.
That's when me and Kaya started the YouTube channel.
Okay,
like, he brought up the idea in college. We didn't execute it in college though. He brought it up.
Okay,
and he's like, "You should use your middle name. Doug's my first name. That's why you said that earlier." I was like, you know, cooking with Cordell got a nice little ring to it.
For sure.
My family calls me Cordell too, so I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it. So we start the YouTube channel. That was at the time like getting crazy views for that time period.
Yeah.
And people like were really tuning in to see me like cook and like the music videos, and then I started dropping recipes. I'm like, okay, I might have a little something here. Then I'll never forget, shout out Marley. She asked me to cater her mom's, I want to say 50th birthday or something like that. That was my very first catering event. I hated it.
What?
Why?
But I hated it. I did not know what I was signing up for. I could cook, but cooking and cooking for 75 people are two totally different things.
Well, explain that. Explain that for
You know
these
what I'm saying?
people.
Like,
Anthony.
it's one thing, like, it's, you know, you can go home and cook for your family of four. You know exactly how your husband wants his food, or your wife wants her food, or your kids, she doesn't like spicy, this, that, and the other. When you're cooking for a random group of 75 people, you don't know everybody's taste buds. So you have to make the food in a way where it can appeal to as many people as possible. And then when you're doing that, also, you know, now I know you need a bigger kitchen, like a commissary kitchen, versus trying to do it in a regular kitchen. Or if you need to plan accordingly as far as time is concerned, keeping stuff warm and warmness, all of that. I was fresh in the game. I did not know any of that. So it still worked out. They still tipped me or whatever. But it was just so much work. I didn't hire any servers. I didn't hire any help. I cooked everything. I brought everything. I set up everything by myself, and I served by myself. Didn't even have a chef coat at the time. I got a picture of me with like a apron and like a little tie. Look clean now. I had a fresh fade. This is my first event. Let me get right. You know what I mean?
Facts.
When I tell you it was so much work, I went home and I damn near cried. I was like, there's no way I can do this for a living. Like,
jeez.
So I'm going back to work. So went back to my job. I'm sorry, it's a long story, but it's a lot. It's a lot. That's happening.
This is why we're here. Quite literally.
I got number time.
So then that turned into me trying to focus more in my job. I'm like, maybe I should just keep cooking for social media, and that's it.
Yeah.
Then I think it was like 2017, 2018, something like that. People started asking me to do some smaller stuff. I tried it again, learned from my lessons, went a little bit smoother. And then Homecoming, I can't remember what year it was. I think it was 2018. Ahmad asked me, well, no, let me back up. Me and Chef Lito started linking up to do events like in Charlotte and doing like, so this is when like plate sales started coming in, like 2017, 2018. I started doing plate sales. They started, making a little bit of money. Nothing crazy though, nothing like to support living, but I was like, oh, this is a nice little extra little piece of bread. Right. Then me and Chef Lito link up, we start doing like coordinated events. And that's actually funny because the first one we didn't do, I forgot why. It was more so I didn't want to step on anybody's toes. We were going to do something for Clavon for something like album release party or whatever. I didn't want to do it at the time. We circled back like a year later around Homecoming. By this time, I'm more established as far as like who I am. I have my own clientele. I got my own base. Yeah. So then me and him started linking up and doing things, and everybody in the city's loving it because he had his own following. And just like collaborations was dope. So we went on what I call like a homecoming tour. We went to Winthrop.
That's the best thing.
We did one. We did here. Like we just literally like post up at tailgates and we're just selling food. We set it up to the server, not the server, the sternos and stuff, and we 20 a plate, 15 a plate, 25 a plate, whatever, depending on what you get. Going, and it went stupid. Yeah. Like we was making so much money, and then Ahmad for UNCC Homecoming, he asked
shout out to Black Elite.
Event. Yes, shout out to Black Elite. he asked us to do the potluck together. And then we got another event that same weekend because another chef like called out. And that might have been the potluck. Yeah, we hired to do the brunch. He hired us to do the brunch. Went crazy. Great video footage. Somebody called out or couldn't do the potluck, so we had to do the potluck. Like me and Lito was the very first year that did potluck. Or I think, well, at least the first year I was a part of it. Me and him did it. Crazy. Had the ribs. That's the video when Chris was licking the damn spoon and shit. But the food was that. I mean, that was nasty. But the food was the food was like, yeah, you can keep trying to get the spoon back. No, bro, keep that. But like that went crazy. And then right after that, I believe was the same year I went viral. As far as like Chef Betty took a picture of me and like, you know, asked me different questions. I thought it was fake, honestly. Shorty hit me up on her regular page that like one of the people that posts on there.
Yeah.
Hey, we want to use you for the shade room. This time we're doing a thing for Thanksgiving. Okay, that's cool. Answer these questions. Okay, cool. Thanksgiving,
turned you up.
I'm watching the page. Bro, they ain't posting. All I'm seeing is like random shit, random facts, like
random Thanksgiving shade room.
Yeah, I'm just like, bro, what's going on? 5 o'clock hit PM, the game on now. I'm like, it was fake. It's not happening. Yeah. I literally like fall asleep, taking that back, you know, that Thanksgiving food heavy.
Heavy.
I wake up, phone going crazy follower accounts, people tagging me like, yo, Doug Cordell, like he's on the shade room, you know, oh my boy made it, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Man, that turned me up. I went from like 3,000 followers to, or maybe 2,000 to like 8,000-9,000. Like it was insane the amount of like support I got. And then like I would get on live doing stupid stuff or maybe doing like cooking breakfast or something, like going from like 5-6 people, now you got like 40, 50, 100, 200, 300 people on my live because like my engagement was really high at the time. So that really turned me up as far as like, oh, I might have something here. Like random people that don't know me, like they enjoying my food and they saying, oh, that looks good, you know. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, maybe I can do something with this. So at the simultaneously around the same time, my job was stressing me out like bad.
Time Warner Cable.
Now at this point we became Spectrum, I believe. Okay. But yeah, I was a manager. Like I had, I was over like a couple of stores. One in Winston-Salem Mall, like the retail stores. Yeah. Winston-Salem, Kernersville. I can't remember what the third one was. No, it was 2 in Winston-Salem, one in Kernersville. Gotcha. So like making good money. I was making $50K plus. We got commission based off our store. So like, you know, at that time, like I mean, that's
good damn money. Shit.
No, with no degree. Yeah. Like that's
hey,
good
you
money.
23? Okay, yeah, hell yeah, that's great money.
Yeah, 24, all this inflation and all this crazy.
What? 24,
okay.
Yeah, so I'm, you know, that's solid.
Yeah.
But they started to see, by this time I do have a separate page and I changed my name to Cooking with Cordell and I am posting a lot about food. My boss comes, I'll never forget, my boss comes and he's like, maybe you should talk about your food less because I think your staff feels like you care more about the food than like your job.
Oh wow! So was your page dedicated to Spectrum a little bit or
no? Just more so like because they follow me on social media and I allowed them to. Yeah, like I was a cool man. I was a cool boss. Like get your work done. It turned on you. Get your work done. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? You want a day off? I'm gonna give you all your days off because I feel like if you ask for a day off because you're going on vacation, you ain't coming in anyway. So why would I be an asshole and put you on the schedule when you told me that you bought tickets to go to this concert? Right. That's stupid. Yeah. Like why I'm making my life harder because now I gotta find somebody to cover you because I'm not doing it. Right. So I'm gonna work with you. You work with me, I'll work with you. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's slow in the store. You want to take a break for a second. You need an extra 5 minutes because you had a hard day, or even if you was hungover last night. I truly don't. Can I curse?
A great man. Yeah.
I truly don't give a fuck. As long as you get your work done and you just communicate with me, I'm cool. So when you ask me to follow my cooking page, yeah, you can follow me. I don't really care. But I guess in his one-on-ones with them, they bring it up. Like, and you know, people trying to not throw shade, but when they get in trouble for doing something, it's like,
they're throwing you under the bus.
Throwing me under the bus, kind of like, like, well, I, you know, maybe our leader's not fully invested because all he do is talk about his cooking. So you're telling me I should sell more, but we don't really have the guidance that we need. It's like, damn, y'all gonna do me like that?
That's crazy.
And I'm giving you niggas, that's crazy. Time off? No what? Don't play that.
I'm giving you time off, saving, bro, because I have to get the gab. Like I'm getting sales, so I'm helping you, giving you the sales because it don't make no sense for me to put it under my number. Right. Like I'm helping some of y'all do your freaking job. Like, come on, bro.
Crazy.
So he does that, and I'm like, all right, you know, cool. I'll take that into consideration. But then I start making an exit plan. Like, yo, I need to get up out of here. Like, I can't do it. Then we start doing Spectrum Mobile, which is a cell phone service, and they want us to push that. I had the first mobile store in our region, like southeast, like before, anywhere in Georgia, Florida, DC. The first one was Haynes Mall because they want to do it like in a smaller market to kind of get a test run.
Yeah.
And that was a ton of pressure. Like we exceeded expectations on the stuff, but the amount of pressure. I mean, you got the VPs and all the different levels of people coming in to see and talk and see how you do it, checking you, everybody in your instant messenger, and it's just like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, okay, well, technically it's a 40-hour week, but really in your position you should be working more like 60. Mind you, I'm driving from Charlotte to Winston-Salem every day. Y'all got me fucked up. I'm not doing that, bro. Like I have a work-life balance, and like when I tried to take days off to go do an event, it'd be like, oh, you can't do that. And it's like, why? I have stuff coverage in the store. I'm not that booked at this time, so it's an event like once every month or two. Like it ain't that crazy.
Every once in a while.
It's like, bro, I'd rarely have events. So eventually, I start having mental health struggles. So I take FMLA. I take like 30 days off. And I'm like, during this 30 days, I'm gonna.
I'm sorry. What is it? FMLA?
I don't know what it stands for, but it's like, does anybody know what it stands for?
I can look it up.
There you go.
Oh shit! That sounds exactly what
I think. It's like so.
Family medical.
That's Mac in the back on the side over here.
Family medical leave assistance.
Family medical leave assistance.
Family medical leave assistance.
And it's a million reasons why you can get FMLA. Like let's say you got a child that's sick all the time. As a parent, you can get FMLA. So with FMLA, you get more sick time. You get more things that are covered. You can take an extended leave of absence and still get paid. Okay. And stuff like that. But it's like certain things that you have to apply for it. And I had been applied for before I actually used it, but because I dealt with like depression, anxiety, like all that kind of stuff. So when it started really taking a toll on me, I was like, yeah, I got to pull this card right now. Like I need a break from Spectrum. I need to figure out like if I'm going to be able to heal from this and actually work here, or I need to go somewhere else.
Facts.
So I take 30 days off, not intending to leave. I really thought I'm gonna be back, but I just need a break and I need to focus on myself. So I started going to more therapy sessions and all that kind of stuff. But also, I have more time. So what am I going to do? I cook more. I'm happier. I sell more plates. I try to do a couple events. We throw like a what do you call it? Afro beats, like Caribbean party at recess. Me and Lido, crazy, stupid. Still the best Caribbean party I've ever been to in my life, and that was like 4 or 5 years ago. What
was the food you served?
Jerk chicken, curry chicken, jerk shrimp, curry shrimp. We did mac and cheese, rice and peas, cabbage. Went dumb.
Drop a bomb on that one.
Been doing this top two, never number two.
What are you talking about, man? Do some gun stuff.
I heard Caribbean. I was like, nah, you gotta be coming with some fire.
It was like getting hungry. So I don't know.
Yeah, bro.
What you had on me?
If I wasn't coming from out of town, I should have brought a plate for real.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Your first chef.
in there.
Hey, this nigga's like, well.
I got some leftover shomars I'm eating after this.
Damn, I didn't even think about that. My bad.
It's all good, man. Don't worry about it.
If y'all ever have me back, I'll make sure I bring
you a friend of the show. That anytime you want to come back, you good too.
Say less. But that would what I leave off at
the jerk part.
Caribbean party.
So it went crazy. Everybody was loving the food, and then in that month I made enough extra money. I'm like, oh my bills are paid. Like I ain't even really have to touch much of my Spectrum money.
Then you start making sense.
Yeah, I said, wait a minute. This might be my calling. Maybe this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And then I prayed about it. I ain't gonna lie, my family was not in support at first. Not that they didn't think I could do it. They wanted me to just plan more. Right. Because it was kind of abrupt. Like, I mean, I would tell anybody else the same thing. Like, don't just up and quit your job. Essentially, that's what I ended up doing. Like, instead of coming back about a week before, I hit up my boss. I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm coming back, bro. So, like, if you want me to come, I know I got to put in a 2-week notice. So, if you want me to come work 2 weeks and then leave, I will. Yeah. But I'm just letting you know I have no intention of staying. And he was like, you know, I kind of figured, don't worry about it. Like,
see, I told you that food shit. No, I'm joking.
I knew that food shit was good. They sort of ran you off in a way though. Not ran you off, but like they pressured you. So yeah, like from like
100%, bro. You know? I thought I was gonna be the president of Spectrum. Like I thought like Spectrum looked out for me when I was in college. Like when I was in Midlands Tech. They don't do custom schedules. Now I wasn't in retail, I was in retention at the time, but they did a custom schedule for me because I was a good agent, and I didn't want to lose that money because at the time, at that point, I was like 18, 19 with a regular job working with people with degrees. You know, still at that, you know, when I was in retention, I'm making 60, 70K at 18, 19 years old. Boy, I didn't want to walk away from that to go to school, but I wanted to go to school. I'm like, yeah, I gotta quit. And she was like, let me talk to somebody. So like I'm a very loyal person. So even though it wasn't the same people,
Right.
I looked at Spectrum like, yo, y'all held me down when I needed y'all.
Same thing you did with your employees.
Right, exactly. Like,
yeah.
yo, y'all held me down, so I'm gonna rock with y'all. I'm not going nowhere else. Like, boom, I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna work my way up. I was Mr. Spectrum. Like, you know how everybody cutting the cord and all that other stuff. I argue with it. I would argue with anybody. Like, no, you need cable because this is what, man.
The sales,
I promise you, I could convince anybody to get cable. Then I could convince anybody to at least keep some type of cable, like for whatever reason. But
and what year are we at right now? If we talking about the Caribbean party, are we still 2018? 2019. 2019. How deep into 2019?
Summertime.
Okay, so I assume you run it back with Black Elite 2019, if I remember.
Yep.
I think that might have been the first time I had your food. 2018 Black Homecoming. I think it might have been. So, what is the pandemic? What happens in the pandemic if we fast
2020?
forward?
If we fast forward, so the pandemic hit my catering the hardest because you can't have big events. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
So my catering had shot up after the viral stuff and me just doing it more and more. And catering was the most money because even though it's a less charge per person, it's more overall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could charge a couple thousand, whatever, for whatever it may be. So that went downhill fast. And the pandemic was scary because it was also like I had only been out of my job for like I think a year, maybe a year and a half at that point.
Okay.
Or something like that. So like it's, I'm still fresh into the entrepreneurship thing. And but at the same time, right before the pandemic, I had got some of my first full-time clients that had me coming like a lot versus like once a month. Like I'm coming and cooking for you almost every day or 5 days a week or 3 times a week. You know what I'm saying?
You really private
Chris,
chef.
I got he was one of the first. RP Chris Smith.
So you was doing athletes and stuff.
Yep.
Did you talk about clients?
Right.
Oh,
So
right.
I had athletes. Him, Javon, Jalen Samuels. There's a couple other people I can't remember right now. And also, a lot of people have contributed to my success. I didn't get here by myself. Like, I got to shout out Chef Mariah. I got them because she left. She was moving.
Okay.
And she was their chef. And me and her did like a dinner party together, and it went good. And she's like, I might have some clients for you. At that point, I only had like one full-time person, and she threw me the lob there, and throwing me the lob on one ended up turning to like 4 different people that they knew. So I say all that to say my private stuff went up.
Right. Crazy,
like, and then even them, like, people doing like little private parties and stuff like that. Because you couldn't really go to the club then, but you could rent out a mansion on Lake Wiley. You know what I'm saying?
Which brings me to another question.
And go crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I be in them, let's get it.
Which brings me to another question. Speaking of private parties, I was wondering when he get here.
You want to time it out before you do it?
Okay, we're going to time it out and we're going to come back to something. We're going to come back to something. Boom. Take us out. Take us out. Take us out.
And it goes. Know what it is. King BRIL done it again.
Who they got up on the pod?
Gotta watch and see.
Pull up a little drink and
Put us on your TV. Hey,
DJ STERL. King BRIL.
They go.
a little drink and put us on your TV.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
we
sir.
back. Time in.
We back, man. Cordell, man, listen, so we left off on the question, man. This is something, in your story, if I'm right about this, boom, we're going into 2020.
Yeah.
But I don't think Valentine's Day 2020 was the pandemic. I think we got through Valentine's Day.
Yeah, we did.
It was
March.
literally right after.
Yeah,
right after that.
March was when we shut down, at least.
Facts.
Probably shut down.
Private dinners. So let me give you a scenario.
Private dinner.
Right? So somehow something happened in life, non-negotiable. You can't work on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
You have this particularly young lady who you're interested in impressing. She knows who you are.
Music for us.
She knows about your history of cooking, and she knows the clout that comes with the food, and she knows what you do.
Right.
She says, "Hey, I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to do anything. I just want a private dinner experience with Chef Cordell."
With Chef Cordell.
What do you fix? What food do you prepare?
So
let's give it to him smooth.
okay.
And you do the whole private cater. So give us the whole what the rose petals at
The whole experience.
Give us the whole rundown.
All right, bet. Okay, cool.
I was trying to get you some music. Hold on, I'm gonna give you some. Give me some. Let me get some back. I got you.
We gonna add on the clip. We gonna put it on the clip. We can put the music on the clip. Don't worry, we'll go through it. Go.
Oh, you want on there?
No. We might get copyrighted. I don't know.
No, I got royalty free.
Oh, bet. Yeah,
Royalty free music real quick. Here we go.
Okay. All right, so
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. So if it's Valentine's Day, you want to make it special. Nowadays, a lot of people don't pay attention to like women. You want to try to feed all their senses, so taste, smell, sight.
Hold on, stop.
You already started off. Hey, stop. We're cooking food. This nigga.
Hey.
Let me read this.
Hey, oh shit!
Hold up, man.
That nigga said, "Oh, good God!"
The first thing he said. I'm already behind the ball.
That nigga, what?
You gotta feel all his senses. Nigga, I'm just cooking,
bro. I've been leaving out 3 out of 5, bro, for a long time. Hey, shit, man. So go ahead, go slow.
Here we go.
This.
Pause this.
Fellas, take notes.
All right, here we go. Go ahead.
We're back in.
So to do that, you have to create an experience, and when she walks in the door, it just changes her entire mood. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, number one, you want to have some type of music, slow music.
I got that.
You know what I'm saying?
I can do the music.
90s R&B, whatever. It don't got to be anything like OD freaky, but just put you in a soft mood. You know what I'm saying? You just slowly down in your head, like, oh, you feel relaxed.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Number 2,
Smooth jazz.
Jazz works great.
Shout out him.
And it also shows that you're like a multicultural kind of man. You're not like everybody else out here. You feel what I'm saying?
You be a young boy on Valentine's Day.
That's crazy.
Next one is like smell. Candles. Light some candles. Make sure the crib is, or wherever, like the Airbnb or wherever you're gonna cook at, it's gotta be like spotless. Like not just
For the niggas trapping out of hotels, you can't light candles in hotels.
You're not supposed to. You're
not supposed to. Niggas out here saying, so fuck it. Okay.
I say fuck it.
Okay, bet. Go ahead.
But I do like blow them out early. I'm not about to. If we escalate tonight, we gonna blow the candles out.
Okay, go ahead.
I ain't trying to pay for a hotel.
Back in.
Yeah. So you light the candles. You get some fragrance candles. Not too many. You know what I'm saying? But you want to have probably like six fragrance candles, and then you also want to have like the little tiny tea light candles for the aesthetic. Those ain't gonna do any smell, but like when she open the door, she'll be able to see those. It's gonna look good, and then you'll be able to smell the ones that you have for the fragrance.
Pause that. Where you figure out all this candle stuff from?
I'm just all right. So like I live a lit life, but I'm a romance nigga, bro. Like I'm a hopeless romance. I'm a lover boy at heart. I'm a lover boy.
Say that.
Okay.
Keep on going.
You can ask any girl I've ever.
You notice he ain't tell you where he got them from. That means
Somebody taught this man. Somebody tea light.
You want to know the truth?
the game is to be sold, not told.
Not the truth. No, I can answer the question. So the truth is like, when I was young working at Spectrum, I dealt with a lot of older women.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
Can you make it 60s? Yeah.
They taught me the game early as far as like what.
You was
like,
18, 19 there, right?
I'm 8, but I was 18, 19, but like in shape, this and the other. You know, they tired of doing them 30 niggas. Like I'm that 30 nigga.
And this nigga's 205 too, so he not no little. He don't look like a 19-year-old.
Yeah, so like I'm in there.
It's picking up game.
Yeah.
All right, we back in on the Valentine's Day.
So cool. So now you go into the aesthetics, right? So now you rose petals on not just on the floor. Let's do like a trail from the door all the way to like where you gonna be eating at.
I can't keep stopping this. This is why we supposed to have him before the Valentine's Day episode.
No. But you know what? We got all this time to prepare now. We good. That means we good.
I'm back in.
We good. We good.
Go ahead.
And don't do a straight line. Make it like a little wavy.
Starbucks double.
And
get the
then
music back. You going? I got
Go ahead.
you.
you really could do it. You can't do it straight. It don't really matter. I prefer the wavy. And then you put a couple of tea lights every few feet, outlining the little trail you created. At the end of the trail, you could do a heart with it, or you could do like initials or I heart you or some shit like that.
See,
like
we
if it's that deep. You know what I mean? Put a couple of roses on the table. You gotta actually set the table too. Like you can't just have an empty table. Like Google is free.
How to set a table.
That's it. Google is free.
This gonna be a hell of a
two plates, do a fork, a knife, you know what I'm saying? If you want to be really fancy, do a salad fork or whatever the case may be. if you have the capability to dim the lights, then dim the lights. Or if you can cut off a light and like have like the light on in the kitchen or something, like you know, you gotta have that little balance. So you come into some grown the camera's gonna provide some light too. So you come into some grown and sexy shit, music. I might like if y'all just close your eyes and just listen to what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm already. I'm there.
I'm telling you that shit is gonna be there. And then lastly, you know, as far as like
slow me down. Oh, this ain't a Steak 48. Steak 48 got a certain jazz. I got you. The melody. Go ahead, dog. Go ahead.
All right. So then, from the moment she comes to the door, and this is all before we even talk about food. From the moment she comes to the door, this everything you're doing right now, you're just setting the mood.
Smell, sound.
Make sure you're clean, cologne on. Right? It don't have to be. It don't have to be crazy dress. You can have on a button up with some slacks and show that you care though. Don't do nothing nice and then be wearing
slides.
A Nike sweatsuit with slides. It doesn't matter that you spend any money because now you're showing like
you don't care.
Damn, like you don't have enough time to goddamn just look nice for me. Like something like come on, you gonna do this shit in Nike slides? Like nah, bro. Throw on a nice little slack, some jeans, some shoes, and a button up. Mad simple. Put your cologne on, smell good. Open the door, take her jacket, coat, whatever the case may be. Grab her, touch. Grab her hand. Grab her hand.
So what sentences have we went through so far? Let me listen. We did the.
Gotta get some massage or gotta get some massage. Some
That's coming. That's coming.
Oh, niggas!
We did the sight, right? Okay, she saw the room and what it looked like, the candles, blah blah blah. The music for the ears, the smell, cologne, and the candles. And we on touch now.
Yep.
Which one do we have not hit
taste.
yet?
Taste. Oh, that's the same.
That's the easiest one.
Yeah, okay.
By the time you get the taste, it's over.
Okay.
It's over.
But so you grab her hand, you know what I'm saying? You walk her to the table, whatever the case may be. You sit her down. If you want to, I mean, the massage part can be something that's after, or like a nice, just not even really a whole massage, just like a caress her shoulders a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I want you to relax. Why you telling her what the menu is? Like, yo, you know, so for tonight, what
this nigga is wrong.
If Cordell had one of y'all girls, it's over with.
Why you telling her what the menu is? So today
So
today we prepared shrimp linguine with
and then
medium well steak prepared slightly. It's marinated in not peanut butter. Damn. The medium well steak.
Before we start, we got a little
pineapple
grease, yo.
You know
what I'm saying?
For the lady,
gotta have a wine.
Wine is better than liquor because you associate liquor with turning up. You associate liquor with being outside.
I'm gonna go give me a bottle of wine after this.
With the hose. A grown woman, I'm bringing wine to the table. I'm bringing wine that I know something about. This is a 2017, cab or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And you also trying to find, beforehand, you find out what her favorite wine is. You know what I'm saying? I remember you said this is your favorite wine. You had a long, hard week. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is my day to cater to you.
I can hear that
coming off.
All I want you to do is just sit down, relax, and just let me take care of you tonight.
Let this man cook.
Let him cook. Hey, let him cook.
This man is going crazy.
Go ahead.
So then you pour her a glass of wine. You know what I'm saying? You ask her if she need anything, some water, whatever. Boom, she sit down. Now, honestly, it's over. Really, it's already over. And now at this point, you get into the meal. In my experiences, even if you're not a chef, it takes nothing to do a little bit of research and be able to speak to what you're preparing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can make a simple Caesar salad and talk about the type of lettuce it is. Okay, but we have fresh romaine lettuce. We got some handmade croutons that olive oil, garlic, and herbs that were freshly toasted in the oven.
Damn, I don't even be toasting my croutons. Nigga,
what?
I just be throwing them.
What's the breaded croutons? You know, it's a different because it's croutons, it's packed croutons, but then it's breaded croutons. Where do niggas get the breaded croutons from?
Probably Whole Foods.
Whole Foods.
I usually make mine. Like I take bread.
That's nigga making croutons.
It's easy though. You just take bread.
Garlic bread?
Nah, you take like a baguette bread. Or you can even use French bread. You can use regular bread too, but it's just better with those breads. You chop it up, olive oil, season it, toss it in the oven until it get a little crunchy.
Okay.
It tastes way better than regular croutons.
Absolutely.
100%. You explain the salad. So if I'm doing it, I'm gonna do.
Let's hear it.
We're gonna do a salad. At the bare minimum, because you could do 5-7 courses, but that's a little lot. So bare minimum, I'm gonna do 3 courses. I'm gonna do
bare minimum.
I'm gonna do a salad. I'm gonna do appetizer and an entree, or I may trade the appetizer for dessert if she likes dessert. It just depends. But salad, I'm gonna do something simple like a Caesar salad. That's it.
Caesar salad,
Parmesan cheese, romaine, little tomatoes, Caesar dressing.
Little something.
That's it. But take time when you make it. You can everything I'm saying is on Google. You can Google a proper way to plate a salad.
No, give us the hard shit. Give us the meal.
I saw that on your page.
Give us the meal.
So you take the so then the appetizer next would be something like salmon bites with like a Thai chili sauce. I'm gonna do the little zigzag drizzle across the top. Put a lemon, cut the lemon in half, do a little curl. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna wait till she gets there to do the drizzle across the top?
Absolutely.
Of course, right? This nigga's cold.
But hey, bro, you can do that. Anybody can do that.
Okay, facts.
Like all you got to do is sauce and just
let him cook, or you can be a cook too. You can be Cordell.
And then for dinner, you bring out the heavy hitter. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna come with for most women, I'm gonna do like a surf and turf. I want you to like you eating in a steakhouse. You know what I'm saying? No, if you don't eat steak, then I'm gonna do like crab stuffed salmon or something like that.
Crab stuffed.
If you don't eat steak, but you get the good ribeye. You know what I'm saying? Throw out a fancy word like I got the dry aged ribeye from da 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 da, whatever the case may be.
So you got to know what you're cooking too.
Absolutely.
Be able to talk about it a little
just
bit.
a little bit, not a lot. You ain't got to go into much details I would go into, but just say like
you have the dry aged ribeye, prepared medium well.
Yeah,
that's it. Don't say too much. You be saying
don't do too much. Don't do too much. Just like with
less is more.
With a little garlic butter on the side. We have some jumbo shrimp, Cajun jumbo shrimp, with a little lemon juice.
A little lemon juice. Boom.
2 sides, mashed potatoes, and a green like a asparagus.
Asparagus, you can't miss asparagus.
Yeah, and then you just mashed potatoes, green beans, or whatever. Steak on top, leaning on it. Seafood on top of that, and then the butter sauce, you take it to her like that. Take the butter sauce, you pour her over it. You ask if she wants her steak cut. If she wants it cut, you cut it right there.
Let him cook.
Then you feed it. Then you feed it to her. The first bite. But now that part you gotta be smooth though.
Yeah.
If you can't do that, then just let her cut it. Don't even ask that question.
You gotta.
Just put it in front. Let her move to the 40.
Yeah.
Like when you first learn how to kiss, and they be like, you just don't go all the way in. You do the 40. What is it? The 40, 60,
40, some shit like that.
You lean 60. If she do another 40, then you good.
And then you how's that taste? Boom.
Oh man.
And the whole as far as Valentine's Day, the whole night is about her. Like everything's about her. You take yourself out of because at least like traditionally as men, a lot of times like women have to pour, especially as an entrepreneur. Like if I'm dating somebody, you have to pour into me a lot, even unintentionally. Like I might need a secretary today. Like I might need to answer an email, do this and do that. Like, and that's somebody that's close to me that I'm like spending money on. Not say you have to do it, but it's like I kind of expect
that's the way you can help most be administrative.
Yeah,
right, yeah. And it helps me a lot. And I'm gonna do whatever you need me to do for you too.
Like, make it easier. Make it easier on me. Now I got time.
So when I'm going to spend time for you doing something,
it's up.
I'm doing the big.
See, I got the timer too. Hey, hey, man, I'm sorry. Crazy, I know you was making a point. We gotta let that breathe a little bit.
Yeah, but I'm saying you got arms crossed. I'm like,
that nigga said that he gotta read the menu. This is a cold nigga, right?
Because this is the thing. I'm tripping because we supposed to have you on before our Valentine's Day episode. Valentine's Day was like our 4th episode, so I would have known this shit. I went crazy, bro. But I would have known this.
I ain't reading the menu.
I ain't reading the menu.
I ain't
get a little menu printed out too from Office Depot for like $2, bro.
Man, so how many times have you executed this plan?
So
if you don't want to,
no. Like this is probably gonna give me some trouble, and the reason why I say that is because there's a lot of people I have not done this for. But you gotta be. It's gotta like.
But it's for the right one
level. You know what I'm saying? Like
can't give you everything.
Like we ain't there yet.
My ex-girlfriend, my girlfriend before that, maybe a couple of people that I was really taking serious.
Right.
I've done that for, but it's like it ain't everybody don't get that.
Everybody can't get that. Jesus Christ, man.
I'm about to go to
this man.
I'm about to go to Food Line and get some wine and a Caesar salad right now for my girl when I get to the crib.
Man, I'm about to order from somewhere else and then just change the plating. I'm gonna watch 2 hours of YouTube video on the plating and just today we have. I got the tone. I feel like I got the way the tone right. I've been to Steak 48 131 enough to get the tone.
Okay.
Today we have.
You gotta be real smooth.
Medium well pineapple roasted.
We just don't say peanut butter.
Don't say that. Nigga, what? Hey, it's going to be a DJ scratch in the back.
What the fuck?
Fuck it all up. Nigga struggling with the steak.
Steak. Let me see your plate.
Shit, switch hands. Shit.
that,
this a butter knife.
don't do that one on the first one. Just wait.
Oh shit!
Ease your way into that.
That was
But you
smooth,
can,
dog.
Yeah, but now you,
You real hand.
Yeah, I was about to say. Do we have?
We got a hand clap. I said I need to get a real one. Fuck that.
That was solid.
That was dope. That was dope.
You have a lot of niggas out right there. You have a lot of niggas out.
We got to clip that up into a little mini. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh no, that's gonna be
crazy.
I ain't even gonna ask him his dessert. I'm gonna let him keep some game, because niggas is doing this. I'm doing this.
Oh yeah,
and I'm saying I thought of it. I'm not giving you credit.
That's cool. And also too, I do offer services where I do this for you. You know what I'm saying? So fellas, if you need help, you know what I'm saying? You can holler at me. You take all the credit. I come early. I set up.
Oh, you do it and get out of there.
Everything, and
shit, it's up.
I'm gone. I do everything. I'll make the food, or if you rather get food from somewhere else because it might be a little bit less expensive, that's cool too. Boom, and I'm gone.
Hey, listen,
like you get to enjoy the fruits of my labor.
Hey,
God, hey, that's a crazy.
Just leave me the card or what the reason.
With the wording.
Yeah, with the wording. Be like,
you can read. You gonna be reading the dessert menu.
School, you be trying to cheat and like put this shit on this.
Or like a football, today, the quarterback in there, right?
Yeah, we have.
What you looking at?
Asparagus, charred asparagus. Charred
ribber.
Got a little ribber steak. Yeah,
you started sweating.
Man,
got a little ribber steak.
She was looking like what?
Artichoke, asparagus.
Sweetheart, just eat.
Yeah,
yo, that's crazy. You were mentioning Valentine's Day and traditional roles and how this is crazy. How you want to go all out for your lady. That day is about her, which makes me think of traditional gender roles. If we want to look at that, men really don't do too much cooking at all. Yeah. So I do want to ask you about if do you believe in traditional gender roles, and if you do, cooking is one of the main things that a lot of dudes expect from their girl if it is traditional. So if you take that off the table and you're the one manning that, is it just she takes the rest of that, or just paint that whole picture for me?
Like what I expect in somebody?
Yeah, what would you expect? You know what I'm saying? Is she still cooking? What happens if her food is nasty and she can't cook?
Ooh, that's not necessarily a deal breaker for me. Most people that I date, like,
they can't cook better than you, I assume.
Most of them can't, no. But I will. Well, none of them.
No.
Yeah. But nah, like, a lot of times they'll ask me for advice on how to cook stuff, and to be real, a lot of women won't cook for me. Like, they be scared to. But you wanna know what's so crazy, bro? I'm not that picky. I love eating other people's food because I want to see how, like, your flavor, your palate, like, what do you like? You know what I'm saying?
Like to try different things,
different stuff. Like, I know how I cook, so like I want to see how you cook. So I really enjoy somebody that can cook. It doesn't have to be amazing, but if you can cook quality food, I'm going to be happy because I love eating home cooked food. It takes me back to being home, eating family dinner type shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because I don't cook for myself that much. So I'll cook for my shorty. No, bro, I cook 24/7. I'll go to Wendy's and get a fofo when I'm done. I don't want to go home and I got to unpack all this shit already and then make another meal. Nah, bro.
Think about that.
Nah, bro, I'm good. I eat out probably way too much, but yeah. So I would love a woman that would cook, or whatever the case may be, and I would rather her cook my food, and if she wants me to cook for her, that's cool too. But like, please cook, please.
Interesting.
Traditional gender roles, do I believe they exist?
No. Dude, how would you have it in your perfect scenario, being that you cook? Well, you kind of answered the question. You said please cook for me because I'm cooking for niggas all days. I'd rather not do it at home.
Absolutely, I would much rather, and I'm going to bring you like leftovers, so you're gonna get some lamb chops and shit, whatever the case may be. So I'm gonna take care of you too for sure. But it's nice to come home and have like a little stewed chicken or a little chicken and broccoli Alfredo that you made your way. Like, I love shit like that.
Damn, sure. Well, y'all heard it here first, man. Cordell just sitting. That's dope.
I'm a foodie at heart, man. I'm telling you.
I was gonna ask, are you like, you did answer, but like when you go places, like when you travel out of town, like food places, like on the list for sure.
Absolutely. I'm looking for the best food places that are reasonable. Because I'll tell you one thing, I am not a big fan of steakhouses.
Really?
Explain that.
So when it comes to the culinary world, and a lot of other chefs can attest to this, in culinary school, there's the right way to do certain things.
Okay.
I'm a non-traditional chef because I didn't go to culinary school. So it's like, I don't believe in that. I believe you can make anything however you want to make it. Like, you're supposed to, you shouldn't season the steak, or you should only season it with salt and pepper, and anything else is doing too much. That's bland as fuck to me. It's like, no, I'm going to use herbs, garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of paprika, whatever the case may be. Like, I'm going to make my food. You can make your food overly flavorful in the chef world. A lot of steakhouses follow that same, recipe, so to speak.
Right.
So they make stuff better, but that's how it's supposed to be made.
Right.
Cool, that's nasty. And you want me to spend all this extra money for some nasty shit because that's how you say it's supposed to taste? No, sir. So I've tried a lot. Some places I like Steak 48. And I'll try a steakhouse, but I've just been more often than not, I've been disappointed because it's like, if I'm going to go spend this steakhouse money, I don't mind it. But I want some good food. Right. Don't have me leaving the steakhouse and going to fucking Steak and Shake after.
Oh shit, boy, that's you heavily disappointed. Have you ever been to 131?
I like 131.
I like one. I mean, of course, the actual experience and the private room shit, you can't really beat Steak 48 on the experience. But I like 131.
What about Rio's?
Except for the
Value 131 is killing everybody.
What it's called?
131. That's my spot.
Oh no, I thought you said Value 131.
No, for the value.
Oh, the value. Okay,
the amount of money you gonna spend in it, and you can go get a fire ass, big ass ribeye with, like, I think they do like a pineapple sauce or some shit with it.
It's pineapple. That's where I get it from. Pineapple marinade.
That's how you mixed up that peanut butter and pineapple.
That's my spot.
So boom. So let's get back to your story. When we jumping on low. So I'm interested. The cloud portion. You working? Did you like try to get a job there? Did they reach out to you? How does that working in the club? Does that like diminish? Not diminish your like cooking because you cook in the club, or like,
let's paint a picture. So lit night club in Charlotte. Right. He's the head chef. I guess that's the title, head chef. Yep. It was the head chef, and is bringing niggas lamb chops while they're popping 42, and the casket is in the air. And
lamb chops in there.
We had lamb chops.
Damn.
Yeah.
So maybe because I don't really eat in the club. So I don't really be knowing what's...
I don't either, actually.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I be drinking, so...
I'm trying to party.
I didn't know that they be having, like, chefs like you in the club. So it is some people in there going to the club to eat, though.
Absolutely. I mean, we opened up at at 8 at the time, so, like, people would come in and get food.
See? I ain't never been to the club at 8 o'clock.
So it was a vibe. So let me make sure I understand you. Ask the question again.
You sort of answered. I was just saying, like, I didn't know that people come to the club to get like your style of cooking.
No, absolutely.
I was asking, like, did you reach out to Cloud to work there, or did they? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did that happen?
Well, as far as the style thing, I will say, first of all, shout out to Mon and Keefe for giving me that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank them for that.
That's up right there.
And shout out to Chris, because that's how I met them.
Okay, got you.
We did something at Audio Box. I catered it, and then I catered something else. Then I catered Mom's birthday party. And after Keefe hired me to do that, and after his birthday party, Mom pulled me to the side and was just like, "Yeah, we about to open up a spot. We had somebody, but it just didn't work out." I think they had. I'm not gonna say the person's name, but the person that got a great opportunity name ended up moving.
Okay,
or something like that. So they had another opening. It's like, okay, we need a head chef.
Facts.
Cool. So they reached out to me, and then we kind of came in with a plan where I could still keep my business, but then still come over there and run the show there.
Dope.
So that was that was dope. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Yeah, that was I learned so much working at Cloud, and it wasn't my first club like leading a kitchen, because I did that a couple of times in some other places, but for that long of a period of time, I've never done it for a year and a half.
So when you're leading a kitchen, you have a staff?
Got a staff.
Okay.
Sous chef, staff, line cooks, stuff like that.
Oh, word.
You got recipes. So we were opening. So we from scratch. Yeah. From shopping for pans to
word.
Damn.
Spatulas.
You never think about this stuff.
Yeah, you don't.
All the plates that y'all eat on that people get drunk and break, I'm going to the store for that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Jesus,
for every single sauce, ramekins, to go boxes. Like, there's so many things that go into that. And again, it was a new build. It wasn't a turnkey operation. Like, they turned a shoe store and something else into a whole lounge. So like everything was in there brand new. So we started from the bottom with everything. Created the menu, tastings, going to Cisco, doing shit like that. Like, it was a hell of an experience, and like 100% definitely.
I can imagine that being a learning experience, and it started like that. Like, you literally.
And now you teach people that may not have had as much experience in the past, and you try and teach them how to presentation. It should look this way. Timing. We don't want people waiting 2 hours for their food, so this is how you prep.
That too.
Prepping this shit makes a big difference, because again, it's a restaurant. I'm sitting down eating. In reality, you cannot go make me unless you're dumb talented, you can't go make everybody's food in here and have it ready in the next 20 minutes, right?
Yeah.
You have to prep a certain way so that you can allow that. Because nobody's going to come to a club and want to sit for an hour and a half waiting for
Right.
Even if you're making lamb chops, it might take a little longer. They don't care.
Right.
And then they're drunk too.
And they're
so
drunk.
like-
And they see, woo, boy. Drunk
you
people
have
are
some
even
nightmares.
less impatient. So like you gotta,
Man.
Like, it's been 7 minutes, nigga.
bro, I lied to you not. There's been times like I lied to you not. Somebody would complain to somebody, and then like another manager or maybe even the owner would come. Hey, this person said they didn't, and I would show them the ticket. Like, or they just drunk. It's been 8 minutes. Like it's coming, but it's literally been 8 minutes
Since the order got placed.
Yeah, but you know how people be feeling entitled sometimes.
Man, that's
I imagine
crazy.
that you ever. I don't want you to tell on cloud and to talk about the biggest like mishap, but I imagine 42 and lamb chops don't always mix. Somebody done called Earl in like a very significant way before.
I don't know if they call or due to the food though. Like I feel like
The mixture of it, the liquor and it just eating and just.
I feel like people throw it more from not eating than eating.
Oh, okay,
And a lot of people too, they trying to get their food on the way out because they want
to take it home.
They want to take it home.
And that's what I would do. That's why I said I don't really eat in the club, but I get food to take home.
Yeah, usually
That's
during
facts.
the peak hours of the party is not quite as big. Usually, sometimes it is, but usually it's not because everybody's so focused on the party.
That makes
You know?
sense.
But there are times where when big tables get there, they may have already been drinking from a day party at Stats, and Stats Kitchen closed 2 hours ago. So now when they get the cloud at 12:30, yeah, they gonna want food because they drunk.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Then the other people leaving at 1:30, they gonna want food before they leave.
It's a whole nother side of the club industry.
Nah, bro, it's insane. And then like you made a good point earlier. You were saying like I don't know people coming to get food like yours. I will say that I feel like my time at Cloud, and this was obviously the vision or whatever. I will say that I think that we pioneered the uptick in people caring about food in those type of establishments in Charlotte.
Absolutely. I believe that.
But because you have stuff like that everywhere in Atlanta and Houston.
Oh yeah.
Before Cloud, you weren't. I mean, you can go to Crew and get some decent food. You know
I done seen tattoos and stepped up the food game.
Yeah, they definitely
Everybody
stepped
and
Hey, Harold's came through hitting with niggas got mixed reviews. That chicken hitting, bro.
When I went, my chicken was good.
Chicken was good. Yeah.
In short, though, everybody cares a lot more about their food now. Before people would be throwing low ball offers trying to get almost somebody come around my kitchen for $15 an hour. That's not doable. You want somebody like me or somebody of my caliber? They not coming to work for you for $15 an hour. You know what I'm saying? So like I do think that we changed the food culture of the lounge club scene in Charlotte. People are taking food a lot more seriously now, and you're gonna see a lot of these new spots opening up, and everybody's focused.
Yeah, I seen
Fume
is on that. Eden just open. You heard of Eden?
Yep, I heard of Eden.
Yeah, I saw it on Axial Charlotte.
So when you
Infinity Live opening too, their focus is
That's
gonna be
what,
So are these original recipes? Are you creating these or making a system for how everybody serves these, or do they know how much of what's actually on the menu and what's on the menu prepared? How many of those decisions do you make?
all of them.
All of them, okay.
All of them. There was. I mean, obviously the owners have a big role as far as like what's offered. Like
What they want.
They have to
How it's
approve.
made is probably you.
Right, how it's made is me, and they have to. Obviously, they would have to approve stuff. Like I wouldn't put stuff on the menu. They gave me a lot of free reign though, but there were also times where it's like,
It's a new.
I don't care what you want, bro. I want this to be made. Okay, cool.
Facts.
You the boss. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna make sure this is on the menu. You see what I'm saying?
Man.
So it's like it was a. It wasn't a partnership because it was their business, but like we had to work together to produce.
You gotta collaborate
to make it
Absolutely,
happen.
because I'm the logical one. Okay, we got to make it make sense because it's got to do this, and it's like, okay, cool.
Right.
But then you go to see all these other places in Atlanta and Houston, they doing all this crazy shit, and it's like, all right, but they might have like a big ass kitchen. We don't, so we might not be able to do that.
You gotta do it. What we can do. Yeah.
But we could do it like this. But it made me a lot better though because it forced me. I'm not the best person to collab with. I can't lie because I can be stuck in my ways sometimes. But that made me be open more to collabing and doing things different than I'm used to. So it made me grow. It made me grow a lot as a chef. Like for 100%.
I was about to say, I remember one time, I think it was on Instagram, you were talking about Chris, and he was like, yo, I love him. He would come in and order 11 lamb chops. And I was like, I could imagine like that and like somebody bringing in like a group of people like, hey, Cordell, listen, We need 15 lamb chops, and I don't know what a bottle girl at, but can you tell her to bring 4 bottles of 42, man? We over here, and yeah, I'm about to leave in 15 minutes, bro. But I need you to make it.
Like, golly.
Like, yo, come on. And mind you, don't get it. That request gonna come when the kitchen closed. It closed 15 minutes ago.
Oh, geez.
So we cleaning up. It's like, oh man. But you know, in that industry, you try to show love and you try to make things happen. It can be annoying, especially in the moment. But at the end of the day, you know,
When everybody happy.
everybody's. It's more important making sure people are happy. As long as it's reasonable, you know what I mean. Or you know, if you asking for a lot, you gonna have to throw me a little tip. Man.
Makes sense.
And we back. And it goes.
All 5 senses.
All 5.
Like STERL.
That was the part that fucked me up.
Bro, what? I was like, whoa, slow it down. Hold on.
DJ
STERL.
I'm in here, man. I'm Chef STERL today, man.
Chef STERL.
You feel me? Chef BRIL, Chef Cordell. What we talking about? Oh, fuck. Let's get it.
Man, damn.
Hey, it's been a hell of a third. If you're watching right now, I can't even get the word. If you're watching right now, we're probably an hour into this episode.
Yeah.
And there's been so many just hard hitting facts, tips, and tricks. Spark notes. You know, we like to have our spark notes, man. Make sure y'all tapping in because this is the last segment we're going to have. We can't give y'all too much game with this man right here. Got a lot of information. We got to bring you back for a part 2 or something.
Absolutely.
But, you know, all the stuff we talked about Columbia, South Carolina. We talked about where you came from, the late Wednesday. Talked about y'all's meeting, Charlotte, the parties, cloud, club scene, private clients, you know, catering. Where
Caesar
you at
salad.
now? Caesar salads and 5 senses. Don't forget it. Where you at now with cooking? What's coming up? Like, what do you plan on doing? Like, just tell us. You know what I'm saying? Update us now. We talked about the past. What's going on in the current world of cooking with Cordell?
Okay, cool. Great question. So right now I'm in the process of trying to like expand my business. You know what I'm saying? I have a full staff working for me that when I do like my bigger events, and I have events that I don't even have to be at, so they'll go do those certain things for me.
Fire.
In the bomb on that.
In the daily life for me right now, I still have private clients that I cook for every day.
Dope.
You know, they'll hire me like on a monthly retainer basically, and it's like, all right, I'm coming 12 times this month. Let's pick the dates, you know, and I go do that myself. In addition to that, we are in the process of opening a food truck. It's so many hoops and hurdles you got to jump through with that though.
Really?
So it's taking a little bit longer than expected, but I'm excited about that. So like more information on that coming soon, very soon.
Okay.
But I think that's gonna be dope for people to be able to get my food almost every day.
That's dope.
But just come and get the food and go. You ain't got to worry about like because a lot of people that follow me are foodies. You ain't got to worry about the club scene or nothing like that. You just come and get the food.
Facts.
And in addition to that, I mean, long term, I want my own spot. You know,
Restaurant?
I was about to say restaurant,
like restaurant,
lounge,
like
or
lounge, but like I don't think I want to do hookah. I want the focus to be the food.
Okay.
Similar to like Victory in Miami or 13 in Houston, places like that.
Papados in Atlanta.
Yeah, like that. And it's another one in Houston. I can't remember the name right now. Shout out to
Taste is fire.
Yeah, like Taste.
Okay.
Yeah, like that. Shout out to Tobias Dorsen. Like that's he's a fire. He is my version of Gordon Ramsay.
Okay.
What Gordon Ramsay is to traditional chef,
right?
That's what he is to me. He was he was an athlete. He's black. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? You see, I don't want to say you see not the hood in him, but like I can relate.
You can connect. Yeah, you can connect.
I can relate. And it's like, somebody that look like me, talk like me, you know what I'm saying?
What I'm doing.
Might wear a little designer too, got the chain, whatever. Like, and it's like it sounds weird to say, but it's okay. Oh, you could do that and still be a professional chef.
For sure.
You know, before they be like, oh, being a chef's not a fashion show. You hear shit like that, but it's like, but then you see him with a custom car. It's like, oh, this shit is like regular. Okay, I can do shit like that. Cool. So like, you know, and he's opened a bunch. Like he helped open 13. He was the head. I think he still is the head chef there. I believe. I know he got a restaurant in Maryland now. Like that's kind of. I'm trying to go down a similar path. Not exactly the same thing, but like similar as far as like you can come up with some good ass food, good ass soul food that's elevated. You feel what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
So I'm working on that, trying to find a spot. You know what I mean? So that I don't know when that's gonna happen. But depending on how turnkey the operation is, like that could be end of this year, 2024. We'll see.
Okay, that's what's up.
Man, we
we'll
like
see
it.
on that one.
Do you think we'll ever see you back in the club space again?
boy, they trying to get me.
They trying to book you.
Man, everybody and they mama, hey, how much for this? Come do this. Come. And it's just like
We need you.
yeah, man. I mean, because it's tough, man. And everybody now, once you set that president in Charlotte, everybody wants good food.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
also good food costs.
Yep.
You know what I
Gotta
mean?
pay to play.
You gotta pay to play. And then for me to dedicate that kind of time, it's like I'm gonna want a lot of money because I can't do as much in my own business. And if I can go make X amount of dollars doing my own thing, if I can make 1,000 on one day selling plates by myself, why would I go work for somebody for 1,000 a week?
Somebody that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not no. I'm not saying 1,000 is not a good salary.
That's simple math, though.
No, but
It
simple
is,
math,
but I'm just
yeah.
saying. But from my standpoint, like if you want me to come do it,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be the same as just somebody working a 9 to 5. Like, cause it just don't make sense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a huge pay cut to come make you rich.
So
You feel me?
what else?
And there's nothing wrong with that though. But like that's just where I'm at currently. I just don't make sense for me.
What would it take? Perfect scenario for you to get back into that club situation. What would you need? Money
Sound like
aside,
time and money.
the money is. They
Time and
saying the
money
price.
sound like-
What else would it take?
Definitely, obviously, the money would play a big role into it. And then just the do creative control as far as like what's on the menu. Control of everything from. Well, obviously you do projections, but even like expenses, like how much staff, things of that nature. And then lastly, control as far as where the hours are being put in. The system that I have when it comes to running a restaurant it's a system that can run whether I'm there or not.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So being that, as long as I have the inventory there, the truck orders there, everything is running smooth, emergencies, I'm always going to be there. But right now, I'm not in a place where unless it's mine, and if it's mine, this does not apply. But if I'm helping you make money, I will take a little bit off the salary I asked for in exchange for the freedom of understanding that I'm going to be here, let's say 25 hours a week or whatever the case may be. You might not see the hours in me doing this recipe or writing this recipe book or writing this employee handbook for the employees or whatever, like, or going to the store. Like that's little stuff. You ain't gonna see any of that. But a lot of people like to see their money work. And I'm a businessman too, and I understand. I get it because I'm the same way. Like a lot of people that's working for me, I want to see the work being done. Like I want to see where my money going. If I'm giving you X amount of dollars, I obviously want to, see you work. So I get it. So it's just like, it would take a combination of all those things to get me back in the club. On top of like, it's got to be a solid salary, or even I'd be open to a percentage because I feel like a percentage incentivizes everybody.
Absolutely.
Because like a percentage means like, let's say I'm getting 5%, right? All right, that means I want to sell more, so I ain't.
You gonna work hard to get more
I'm gonna
money.
work hard, and not only that, I'm gonna make sure ain't nobody giving away nothing for free. Because now you messing up my money. That's my
Facts.
paycheck.
Right.
So if I see my sous chef or my line cook over here trying to give away a plate of wings, now you messing with my money.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
That's in that percentage.
Can't do that. You know
That's
what I'm
that spectrum menu, dog. That's almost like commission. You know what I'm saying? You sell more.
The more I sell, okay, bet. So
Yeah.
now we all gonna eat.
Everybody gonna eat more.
Because now I have an unlimited amount of income I can make, and
no
it's based
cap.
off of making
cap.
us all money.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I
Yeah.
think that's the best way to do it. But everybody's not always gonna be with that. So will I be in the club scene again? I don't know.
The world may never know.
Well, I don't know. I'm not against
we
it though.
drop this, somebody gonna be like, "Listen, man, we got 6%, but we need you now. Let's do
We
it.
open it up, we need it now.
6%, we need it, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's what's up, though.
Man, so ultimately, what would be the name of it? Cordell's Cuisine, your perfect restaurant, perfect situation,
Cordell's Kitchen and Cocktails,
kitchen and cocktails,
or
I like it, man.
or maybe like me and my boy growing up.
Let me-
Shout out Chef Marcus. He's a chef too now, and out in Dallas. We always wanted to open a place called the Flavor Factory. So I don't know if that exists or not, but that'd be something cool too. I think that might fit more of a food truck. I don't know, but that'd be a name.
That'd be
I'd
dope.
interested
Yeah,
in.
because you
got
gotta
that
have
way
like a
too.
food truck name, and you gotta have like your high end, exquisite, something just like fume, like something that's just like some random word that just means something that's dope. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? That'd be hard though. We're gonna do some research.
We gonna get that.
Yeah, I'm down. We got it. Yeah.
You gonna make
got
that
me
happen.
thinking. I gotta make it happen though, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm excited though, man.
Yeah, shit, I'm excited hearing
Yeah,
what
but I say shit,
So-
hungry as hell too. Hungry as
I'll
fuck too.
make sure I bring some food. Make sure I bring some food next time.
Absolutely.
As we always say, bro, anytime you want to come back, kick it, man, just come through, vibe with us, man. We
Absolutely.
open to, you're a friend of the show is what we like to call it. Come through, bro, just kick it with us, bro. You a hell of a time. I'm just meeting you today. South Carolina, we're talking about homecoming. I'll be at homecoming, so you come. You good to go.
There. I promise
you be there every
I'm
year?
there. Nah, not every year. I haven't been in a minute, but
We're gonna tap in. We're gonna
Yeah,
get
I'll
be
go
there.
this year.
I'll be there. So
go.
I got you. I got you on my end.
And ladies, I'm single, so
Hey,
Hey, listen.
you can get drop the bomb on the
Pineapple
day.
marinated medium well steak.
He gonna want to say
Shrimp
pineapple.
lobster.
So
Is it?
So if you want the peanut butter steak, come on.
you want the peanut butter steak? You know what I'm saying?
The peanut butter steak. Hey, yeah. This episode is named "Let Him Cook / peanut butter steak."
Let him cook peanut butter steak, dog.
Man, Cordell, bro, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you for your time, man. Appreciate you for the game laid down. 'Cause I'm still in that.
was crazy, the
Man, make sure you hit my boy at Cooking with Cordell. Cooking with Cordell still, right?
Plug all your pages real quick.
Oh Lord. Okay, cool. So website www.cookingwithcordell.com. There's no G in cooking, so that's
That's your camera if you want to tell him.
Okay, boom. So website www.cookingwithcordell.com. No G in cooking. Same thing on Instagram, Cooking with Cordell. And also you can follow my business page at Cordell's Cuisine. You can also find me on TikTok. And what is it, Twitter? Is it still Twitter or is it X?
X, man. Twitter X, Twitter.
Cordell Cooks on Twitter. But yeah, man, follow me, man. I got some really dope content coming out, so tap in with your boy.
It's lit.
Oh man, I'm hungry as shit, man. Let's get the fuck out of here, man. Dog, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for listening. Appreciate you for watching, man. It's been a fire episode, man. Once again, DAEPICENTRE. That's the British way, in case you didn't know.
The UK way.
King BRIL, Cordell, appreciate you. STERL, we got Pink in the back.
Yes, sir.
We out, y'all.
Yeah.